Hello and welcome to HyperDog Digital. This is Scott. Today we're going to take a look at an action camera by BoPower. Now this is in the same vein as your GoPros out there, but it doesn't cost nearly as much. In fact, the cost of this guy is right now $60, $58.99 if you're on Amazon. Now the total price is $155.99, but they've got some kind of sale going on right now. So it's only $58.99. So that's a pretty good deal, I think, for an action camera, especially one is actually pretty good as this. Here's the camera itself. I've already got it unboxed a little bit, and here's the box that it came in. Let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories that come along with it, because there is a plethora. Yes, El Guapo, I did say plethora. Let's take a look at this real quick here, and I'm just going to dump these all out onto the table because, like I said, there's a lot. So, put in the camera side here. You got all kinds of different things in here. You got some different cases for mounting it, different spots. You got different stands. You got an extra back plate for the waterproof module here, or the waterproof case. You got some straps. You got one of these connectors here, so you can hook it up to some handlebars on your bike. Straps, a little clippy deal here, so that you can clip it somewhere, your belt, or wherever else you might want to clip it. You got an extra battery, a couple of different stands, all kinds of really neat stuff that will go along with this and help you set it up on whatever you might possibly want to use it for. You do also get a neat little remote that comes with this. Ooh, drop test. A neat little remote that comes with this. It only has two buttons on it. Only has two functions for you. That is record, just still picture, and then your video camera. So you can start recording your camera, or you can take a couple of quick snapshots. It's nothing too spectacular, but I'm sure it will do what you need to do when that time comes. And of course you got a charging cable, and in here somewhere there's also a wall adapter as well. So here's the camera itself, and it's already on a little bit of a stand here, and I believe this is actually something that you're supposed to be able to use to strap to your helmet. So you put this on there, and then you put this couple of straps through there, and it goes on your helmet. I will say I am totally new to these things, so this is kind of a whole new kind of deal for me. I'm not used to having a camera that I can strap to just about anything, so I really don't know what all the bits and pieces are for. I've used a couple of them that I needed just for the little parts that I tried it out with, but beyond that, it's going to be something for me to explore as well. So this is the case, the waterproof case that it comes with, and you can see it's got little buttons here, so you can still navigate the menu and start recording, power it on and off, and everything, even with the case on. Let's go ahead and pop this off so you can get a look at the camera itself. So here's the camera. Very small, very compact. I like it a lot. It's got a nice big screen here. It's not a touch screen, of course. You got a couple of selection buttons here on this side. You have your power button, which also serves as the mode button. Of course, the lens. You have your inputs over here. You have a mini HDMI, your micro SD card slot right there, and then your micro USB for charging and connecting to your computer and whatnot. Let's see. Top button is your button that initiates the camera. So when you want to take a picture or start recording, you can hit this if you're not using a remote. And then an indicator light just to let you know that it's actually on and running. Now you also have a compartment down here for the battery, and it's actually pretty hard to get open. Let's see if I can get it or not. We will fix that in just a second. When all else fails, grab a screwdriver. There we go. So there's the battery compartment. Nothing too exciting. But you did get an extra battery that comes with this, so that is a nice little bonus as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and power this on. And it does power right up, no problems. The image itself was fantastic for what I used it for. I was able to just mess around with it a little bit. Strapped it to my daughter's bike while she was doing some bike lessons, learning to ride. It ran around in the backyard chasing the kids, you know, and even took it out on a sailboat and strapped it to the front of the sailboat. The images were great. It definitely, you know, it wasn't grainy or anything like that. It looked like a decent cell phone camera. You know, it certainly wasn't you know, your high-end DSLR cameras or anything like that, but it still took great pictures. I was very happy with it. I was very impressed. Not what I was expecting for, you know, kind of a generic brand kind of action camera. Now the buttons, again, here's your indicator light. The button on the front is your power button, but it also works as the mode button. So right now we're in the video record. You can hit it again and it just goes to your still frame pictures. Hit it again and you go to burst mode, and then one more time is your time lapse, and then one last time will take you into your settings. Hitting the button on the top will take you in, and here you can scroll through and take a look at the different options that you have. In this case we'll take a look at the video resolution, and you have several different options for that: 1080p 60 frames, 30 frames, 4K 25 frames per second, 2.7K 30 frames per second. So you have a few different options there that you can play with. You also have photo resolution, which gives you 12 megapixel, 8 megapixel, 5, and 4. So, and just to go through a few more of the actual specifications on here, we'll look at this side of the box here to make sure that we're giving you all the correct information. This is Ultra HD 4K, waterproof, and it is waterproof allegedly up to 30 meters. I have not tested that. Super wide angle 170 degree lens. Does have a Wi-Fi option on here, and that is to connect to your cell phone, so you can use an app to view what you're viewing through the camera. We'll take a look at that in a minute. It has a 2-inch LCD screen, 1050 milliamp battery, which should give you about 1 to 1.5 to 2 hours, depending on how you use it and what resolution you're using it on and that kind of stuff. The wireless remote, of course, and it's 2.4 gigahertz wireless RF remote, so you don't need to be pointing at it or anything like that. And that's really about it. Like I said, you have a few different modes. You have just a regular video record, you have still frame, you have burst mode, you have time lapse. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the app itself. Alright, so here you go. This is the app here for the BoPower action camera, and as you can see, it's actually used for a couple of different cameras that they have here. But all you need to do is you need to go up to this plus here for devices, and you click on that, and it will look for a Wi-Fi signal that is turned on from the camera, and it does that by turning on the Wi-Fi on the camera. You hold down the down selection button, and it will put up a message that says waiting for Wi-Fi connection. So it's sending out a Wi-Fi signal. Once it sees it on here, you can just click on that and it will try to connect to it. And as you can see there, it says it's connected, so we'll back out. And this is not obviously the camera that we have, but it's the best match that it'll give you. So if you click on the connected button, it should actually show you an image from the camera, so you're actually being able to see what you can see here. And you can change some settings. You can initiate the record. You can change the different modes. And here you can see is this what's under the settings. Now, if you back out of here, you get just kind of a little generic screen where you can do some video editing if you do have any videos on here. And just look at some, account information if you create an account with them or anything like that. that's really about it. It doesn't really give you a whole ton of options. It does let you actually view any images or videos that you might have on there. But as you can see, I didn't really have any at this time because I removed the video card. But that's it. That's really all the app will do for you. It's kind of neat. It really wasn't an option that I used very much. So you know, if that's something that works well for you, then great. But you know, not a big deal otherwise. All right. So one other good thing about this this action camera, of course, with many of them, is that it's waterproof. Well, at least it is, as long as you have it in this nice little plastic case here. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look, just for demonstration purposes. We'll go ahead and turn this on. We can see that it's on right now, and looking at my fantastic sink here. Unfortunately, I don't have a 30-meter pool or any pool of any kind outside of a kiddie pool, so my sink will have to do for demonstrations. So there we go. Obviously it's underwater and still functioning just fine. And even underwater you can push the buttons and do all kinds of different things with it, and change the mode. And if I had a memory card in there, I'd actually be able to do recording, but I forgot I took it out before starting this, which not a big deal. All we're really looking to see is that it does work underwater, and it works fine. Again, you need to make sure you do have it in case. The phone the camera by itself is not waterproof, but with this this case on there, it will take you down to, I believe, 30 meters, and keep it nice and dry and still functioning for you. Alright, so there you go. That is the BoPower action camera, 4K Ultra HD. I really liked this camera. It was very simple to use. I've not really used any of these kind of things before, and I was able to just pull it out of the box. Didn't even bother looking at the instructions, just jumped right into it. Was able to put some of these things together and throw them onto a bike or a boat or whatever, and have a lot of fun with it. The images were great. They looked really good, a lot better than I was expecting them to look. The price is really good compared to some of the other premium models you're going to find out there. But I really liked it. I had a lot of fun with it, and it was easy to use. And if it's something that you're looking for, you know, you're not really looking to spend a lot of money, and just see how these things work for you, and if it's really the right kind of thing for you, this is definitely one that I would take a look at and try out. So there you go, BoPower action camera. Thanks for joining us here at HyperDog Digital. Hope this video was useful to you, and if it was, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button to see more videos as they come out. Also thank us, and join us at our website, www.hyperdogdigital.com, where you can see more videos and more reviews. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.